I'm Jackie French. I'm participating in Read the World from the Aragorn Valley in Australia. And today I'd like to read you a couple of pages from Pennies for Hitler. Pennies for Hitler is about a boy in World War II who's lost his family, his country, his very identity. He's Georg, but he has to pretend to be a boy called George. Suddenly he can take the pretense no longer. This is towards the end of the book, where this boy who has lost everything in the war runs out into the bush at night. And this is what happens. He ran along the ridge, the sharp stones glinting like earthbound stars. A mob of roos thudded into the distance. Somewhere a possum shrieked. His legs felt like sacks of wheat, almost too heavy to lift. The stars wheeled fire overhead. Time vanished. There was only the ground, the stones, the shadows, and him. Then he heard the plane. He turned to find it, but it was too late. The sky exploded, a ball of fire as though a star had fallen, getting bigger as it fell. He put his hand to his ears as the colours pulsed before him. Something else moved now. A white flutter in the sky, like a giant moth coming to ground again with the dawning light. But this moth was a man in a parachute, drifting slowly as the debris fell. An enemy. He pushed his body again, lurching through the trees. Enemy, enemy. He didn't think what he would do when he found him. He was beyond thought now. Then there it was. A crumple of white that looked like it had been dragged along the clearing. A tangle of strings, a man half buried in the cloth. Then he saw the blood. It welled from what looked like a crease on the man's neck. Georg had a sudden vision of bombed-out London, of flying debris that ripped through flesh, of Elizabeth, the light seeping from her as they dragged her from the dirt. The enemy didn't move, but he was alive. That's what they told you in first aid books. If the blood flowed, they were alive. He could kill an enemy, feed the heat inside him. He looked around for a weapon, a branch, a rock. The rock stared up at him, jaggy, dusty. He lifted it. He felt his hands grow big with power. He stepped towards the man. He held the rock high above his head, ready to smash it down. The enemy groaned. It was a small sound, a whisper almost too soft to hear. It was a human sound, the first he had heard all the long night, except his own panting and the thud of his feet. Okay, here is a boy who has lost everything. His family, his country, his identity. And now he has got the chance to kill an enemy. Or he can try to save his life. What do you think he's going to do? Is he going to kill him? Is he going to try and save his life? What do you think is the most powerful? Hate or love? How are we going to survive the pandemic? Well, we'll survive it by washing our hands, keeping social distance, listening to scientists, but we will also do it by working together as one people and as one planet, making this world safe for all of us. Every single one of us is descended from people who have survived other pandemics, plagues, wars, volcanoes, tsunamis. We are descended from the survivors, the people who lived. We are descended from warriors, or people who are good at running very fast, or people who are good at smiling and saying, hello, we don't speak each other's language, but if we both cooperate, we may be able to escape that volcano exploding in the background. We are descended from people who work together. And this, I think, is probably one of the most powerful things in the world. But this too is what a book can give you. When you read a book, you are a boy like Georg, facing those choices. Do you kill an enemy? Do you save his life? Every time you open a book, you are every character in that book. You are giving 1,000 lives and 1,000 experiences. But luckily, you're doing it very safely, because when you close the covers, the story is finished. This is what a book can give you. The power to understand yourself, the power to understand other people, and the power to change the world. A book can change your life. A book can be an escape. And a book can change the world, just like you can.